Okay, so, till last credit here, coming at you with the review of the highly anticipated, this is it, this is what we've all been waiting for. He finally has a solo movie, The Flash. The Flash, we've been waiting...
God damn it.
We've been waiting for this movie for a very long time. The DC universe is now into full swing. We got Wonder Woman out of the way. We got Justice League out of the way, which that was, to me, still a bit of a misstep. But we have all that out of the way, and now we're back to solo movies. Aquaman opens later this year as well, so The Flash is here. It's directed by Rick Famuyia, and it stars Ezra Miller, Kiersey Clemons, Bill Crudup, Courtney, Vin Diesel, Matthew McConaughey, Doug Jones, Bill Hader, and Kate Hudson. So, I'm Darren Lynch Jr., I'll be your host today, and I'm joined by Will Abbott. Will, how you doing?
What's up?
I'm also joined by Dylan Boyd. Dylan, how you doing?
On this episode of To Catch a Predator.
What the fuck? Context, that's really fucking creepy. Okay, I'm doing good.
Okay, and Miller, that's Miller. The plot, as you guys know, revolves around, it's pretty much, it takes place about 3 months after Justice League.
It's a little all over the place.
Yeah, some here and there, but it takes place a few months after Justice League. The Flash is down the streets of Central City. He's feeling a little down on himself. He still doesn't feel like, because he just started out within the hero game in Justice League. So, and he's kind of just like, he stood shoulder to shoulder with these heroes, but he still kind of feels like he needs to prove himself. And then a giant prison break happens in Central City, and that's where we get the Rogues. A massive prison break happens, and the Flash decides not to call the League and just take it on himself. But a lot of things happen. His dad gets kidnapped and whatnot. But this movie had a lot riding on it. We had Wonder Woman, the high of Wonder Woman, then Justice League brought us back down to a low, and this movie just had a lot riding on it. Directors left. We had Seth Gordon-Green leave very early in the process. Then Rick Famuyia came on board, and he powered through. He did it. There were some weird production problems here and there. He was apparently arguing with some producers, but we got a movie out of it, and it appeared on screen, and I gotta say, I kind of liked it. It's not the best, and we're going to get to some things at the end where it turns into your classic DC movie. But yeah, I kind of liked it. I kind of like how they handled some of the villains, some of the rogues. They actually balanced it pretty well. That's a lot of villains to handle. I like Ezra Miller's acting, how he really played this down on his luck, Barry, but whenever he was in the costume, and I liked his new costume. He didn't have, he got rid of the armor. I'm glad that Bruce Wayne, we get a little bit of a cameo-ish thing. Barry gets a package at the beginning of the movie. He gets a new suit, and it's not armor anymore. It doesn't look stupid. He has, a classic Flash outfit. And, but whenever he's in that outfit, he has that laughter. He has that joy. He's very jovial when handling these things. Kind of remind me of Tom Holland's Spider-Man a little bit. But yeah, so I like that. I liked his through line and everything. Him and Iris' chemistry was great. So, and the effects and action scenes really surprised me. Rick Famuyia can really guide an action sequence coming off of Dope. So I really appreciated that. I like this movie for the most part. It's just, we'll talk about the third act later. But Miller, what'd you think?
I'm more lukewarm on it. I think a lot of the themes it explores is just very typical superhero, not origin, but first solo movie. But yeah, but there are, like, the casting was very inspired, and all the cast had great chemistry together, and the third act turns into more like a typical DC superhero movie, but I think Grodd as a villain was more interesting, even given especially given the controversy that we'll get to later.
I will say I kind of like that Grodd he's found out as the mastermind behind all of this, because originally you think it's just the rogues planning this prison break, but at the end of it, he was mind controlling all of them to do this, to get to his scheme. So that was kind of cool.
It worked better than him just being a mindless brute.
Yeah, and also like the voice, Clancy Brown voices him. So that was kind of cool to see him do the Grodd voice. And the effects were good except for one certain thing. But Dylan, what did you think of the Flash?
I thought it was fantastic. Okay, I think that Rick Famuyia is one of the boldest and riskiest comic book directors working today, considering some of the leaps he takes in this movie with the places he goes. I thought the thing that happened with Grodd, I thought it was needed. You got to reproduce somehow. I mean, that's got to reproduce too.
Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Did you guys think there was a penis? I thought there was.
I thought there was too. And I mean, look, I understand Rick Famuyia and also the I think his name's DJ something. He works on most of the DC movies. They wanted to make the gorilla look realistic, but they also forgot to remember that this is a children's film. I mean, not a children's film, but this is like...
Why? This is an erotic thriller, Darren.
Why is it that our reviews always come back to CGI penis? Like,
what other reviews have?
Watchmen.
Well, when we did Watchmen...
Well, Watchmen, of course. And Billy
Cole. Shape of Water, we had many discussions about CGI penis.
Yeah, because that was one of the central themes.
Yeah, it's a plot point. Oh god.
You know what else is a plot point?
We just seem to really come back to CGI penis a lot.
I mean, it was kind of right there though in this movie. We can't really deny it. Like, I mean, he was jumping around on buildings, and it's just like it's there. I mean, like
you see it flopping around.
Yeah, like they did a little bit of hiding it, but like, yeah, there was definitely something there.
But Lo, we forgot to get your thoughts. So, like, what are your general thoughts on the film?
I liked it. I thought it was on par with like Wonder Woman. Not the greatest superhero movie ever made, but a good superhero movie, a good just standard superhero movie. My biggest problem with it was that we didn't really see a lot in this movie that we haven't already seen in the TV series, but I will say the movie did it better.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that. I mean, we've seen Barry unsure of himself before in the TV show. We've seen the Rogues in the TV show. I mean, we've seen all of this movie has been
in the TV show.
All of this movie has been in the TV show, but the movie did it better. So there's that.
Yeah.
You know what I really liked?
Yeah.
I really, really loved it's just Bruce Wayne's cameo, because, I mean, he's not in the Batsuit in the movie, but the phone call he has with Barry while he's...
It reminded me of, in a good way, it reminded me of Homecoming.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, and there is a lot of parallel between this movie and Spider-Man Homecoming, which, I mean, I don't know how much of that was intentional.
I mean, I think they were kind of making them at the same time.
Is a relatively fresh movie, but, I mean, obviously this movie had the same infamous DC reshoots that all the movies have, so who knows, maybe after Homecoming somebody was like, go put all this into the Flash movie. So, I mean, there was a lot of parallel there, but I didn't think it was too much.
I did like how the movie starts out with Superman and the Flash, though. Like, so we find out Superman won the race from the post-credit scene, and that's kind of...
I thought it was a little weird how Superman kind of beat Barry down for it, like, constantly just berated him with insults because he couldn't beat him, but...
Yeah, especially when, like, you gotta watch Henry Cavill with that fucking CGI removed mustache again. Like, come on.
It's kind of weird with all the reshoots. They didn't reshoot that scene. Like, he still has a weird face.
Yeah, and they had like a few more months to work on it.
Yeah.
Between that and Justice League.
But I'm just saying, like, reshoot the entirety of that race for this movie. But it's just, it's weird. And also like the flashbacks between Barry. It is still kind of like the show. But I did like the flashbacks between Barry and and his mom. Like, that was kind of tender. What do you guys think of the Rogues? Like, do you think Bill Hader was great as Mirror Master? Jai Courtney back as Boomerang?
Best thing about Suicide Squad, great to have him back.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel as Heatwave was a very interesting choice to start with, but I thought he did a fantastic job, especially in the one scene, man, he really pulled that off. I didn't think he could.
Matthew McConaughey as Captain Cold is probably my favorite.
Oh yeah, classic McConaughey.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, they even squeezed in the all right line when he was freezing one security guards. So
yeah, that was pretty dark.
Yeah. No.
I'll tell you, I was unsure about Matthew McConaughey. I didn't think he was right for this role, but I mean, because he's completely different than Wentworth Miller, and the way he plays Captain Cold is completely different. But I mean, I enjoyed it. He made me a believer.
Yeah, and Bill Hader got dark as a Beer Master. That was kind of cool. Like how when he and Iris had like that kind of, it reminded me of the Jurassic Park kitchen scene.
That sexual tension, yeah.
Wait, Dylan, you actually saw a sexual tension between him and Iris?
I thought it was really interesting. I mean, it's kind of, it creates a kind of a good dynamic, good love triangle. But and you kind of question throughout the movie whether Iris is going to turn to the dark side and join the Rogues or something like that. But she didn't. She stayed on Barry's side, and
like a loyal person
it was
doesn't
nice.
keep backstabbing her friend in the back.
Yeah, and Doug Jones as Weather Wizard. He got taken out weird though. Like he got struck by his own lightning. That was odd.
Yeah,
seeing him like totally just like.
It seemed like
dead.
They could have done something more creative than like just steal it from a Spider-Man comic.
Yeah. But the third act, it still turned into a giant CGI fuckfest, and Grodd took like steroids or something. He like turned big. He was trying to grow out his mind to take everybody over, but it just ended in a bunch of. It looked like a video game as always, but.
And that's another thing. Even though this has a big budget blockbuster, whose phone is ringing?
That one's. 1 second.
No. What were you saying?
But even though this movie has a big blockbuster budget attached to it, Grodd looks better on the TV show. That's the one thing that this movie did not do better than the TV show. Like, how do you do a worse CGI character than what they're doing on network television? That's the one thing that's just really pissing me off about these DC movies is that they just go overboard with the CGI. They need to pull it back a little bit.
Did Weta do the visual effects?
Huh?
No.
They didn't.
No.
Yeah.
But at least you knew Grodd was going to have to be a CGI character. It's not like with Steppenwolf where they could have easily done it practical and they chose to fuck it up instead.
They could have gone to the
easily
zoo.
got an actual gorilla. I don't see how that's funny. It's not that hard. I mean, they did it with Planet of the Apes. Matt Reeves did it 2 times. Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I don't know what Rupert Wyatt's problem was about actually using gorillas. Apes.
But yeah, let's go ahead and try to wrap this up. And also, let's just hit the post-credit scene. What do you guys think about it?
I mean, I'm not sure how to feel about it, but it was really crazy. Like the entire.
Yeah, I think it actually sets up Flashpoint in interesting. I mean, if they do go with Flashpoint, God knows why Barry's mom is there, but
the entire audience is great.
Yeah, but if they do go with Flashpoint, that would be interesting. That'd be very interesting.
Well, I mean, they're already talking Flashpoint, so I think it's a given, especially with this post-credit scene, that Flashpoint is going to be Flash 2. That's going to happen. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to Flashpoint. I think this movie sets it up pretty well. And again, it's not going to be anything we haven't seen in the TV show, but hopefully they'll do it better. Well, they can't possibly do it any worse. So,
but they could do. Yeah, they could do it better. Like,
yeah, they can do it better. They can't possibly do it any worse.
Yeah, it'll just. But you said like it won't be any different. But it'll be different because it'll be like more, kind of like how the cartoon was.
So yeah, our closing thoughts on The Flash. We're just going to go ahead and wrap this up. I actually really dug it. The more I think about it, I just wish third act just need to get better. I do also agree with Will. It was kind of similar to Homecoming in a way, but overall, I really liked it. I like the direction the DC universe is going in. I know you say that in almost every single DC movie. You're just like, I can't wait for what's next. But yeah, I mean, they're kind of getting a little better. But I like the jovial nature of this movie, and Flash's new suit was great, and Ezra Miller's performance as the Flash was really worthwhile coming off of Justice League. So yeah, I pretty much like this. Miller, closing thoughts?
Like I said, I'm kind of lukewarm about it, but there's a lot good that's there. And once the movie gets going more, it really comes into its own, and it shows okay, this is the movie it wants to be. So it finds itself.
And well.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much already had my closing thoughts. I mean, I liked it. It's definitely a movie I'll watch again. I'm really looking forward to what they do with Flashpoint.
And, so yeah, that was our review of... So yeah, that was our review of The Flash. Please let us know what you thought about it in the comment sections below. If you like the movie, please let us know as well. It does just get the DC universe back on track. We would like to know your thoughts on that. You can find Miller Farrow at Miller Farrow. You can find Will Avid at Will Avid. You can find me at Darren Lacey Jr.'s Reviews on YouTube and at Darren Lacey Jr. on Twitter. You can find Dylan Boyd at OG_MDB. You can check out all of our other videos, reviews, editorials, our review of the Oscars, everything, all of our material at Till Last Credit on YouTube. And with all that being said, I'm Darren Lacey Jr. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and we'll catch you guys next time.